We've been having dreams of the finish line.
Yeah, you were saying that. You having the same dream? Tell me what happens.
Well, what happens is you stand right there. We come in, we see you, and we see no other teams.
Really?
And we start cheering.
And then you say 4 continents, 20,000 miles. You are the official winners of the amazing race.
And that will be you guys.
And that would go crazy.
That would be the first all-female team to ever win the amazing race, and it's going to be you guys. You're going to make history. Is that right?
We're going to try our best.
So what's going to happen if I tell you you've won the amazing race? Are they going to be tears?
I think
there'll be tears, laughter, hugs. We're going to go wild.
Really? How will the whole thing change your life if you do win the race?
Well, I know for both of us, we want to finish up school. I won't have to kick my legs anymore. I can just focus on finishing and then kind of doing, the rest of my destination.
And I'd love to buy a house and stop renting and put myself through graduate school and just kind of get out of the month-to-month struggle of finances.
So you get to go around the world, experience the most incredible things, and possibly win $1 million. Not bad, right?
Hard to beat.
Yes.
$1 million couldn't buy this experience, though.
No,
I don't think it could.
And I don't know that we would trade it for $1 million either, but it's a great bonus.
So you're lining yourselves up nicely. I mean, you feel good about the other teams you're competing against?
We do.
We really do. We feel strong.
We're starting to finish each other's sentences lately.
Really? Well, Rita here was wondering whether you were actually sisters.
We've been getting that. The blonde thing, I think.
Really?
A lot of sisters, twins. It's like, we don't look like twins.
Do you feel like you're stronger now than you were in the beginning?
Definitely. We feel a lot stronger now than in the beginning. I think we've grown stronger as a team.
What have you learned in this race that you didn't know last time?
I think we've kind of learned how to conserve energy when we can afford to, and that's really helped us.
I think pacing ourselves has definitely been key.
All right, so we're talking about Charla and Mirna now?
Yeah.
Why do people seem to have issues with them?
Well, we can only speak for ourselves.
Yes. For me or anybody else?
Charla and Mirna definitely throw out a vibe at the airports. They tend to be a little bit pushy in their approach. A lot pushy.
Really pushy. And you know what it is? I think it's just like they're not afraid to lie. They're not afraid to say anything and we're standing there. And I think that's the thing now is we're actually hearing what they're saying, and so that's why we're kind of being affected by it.
We kind of knew, we thought we knew what they were doing, but now we really know, and it's startling, like how far I guess they'll go and how far they'll push it when it's like blatantly not right. She'll just keep talking. She won't listen, and she'll get louder and louder. So you really can't even get a word in edgewise. You just almost have to be quiet. But then she kind of wins because
this is Mirna
she's
you're
heard.
talking about.
Mirna.
Yes, Mirna.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte doesn't seem to say as much.
No, when Charlotte says something, she means it. Like, I've been scared. We've had a meet and greet with Charlotte before, and we've been scared. But I think Mirna is the one who actually does most of the talking,
especially at the airports. We've noticed.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna deal with this whole?
I think one thing that we're going to start doing is trying to get a hold of the manager ASAP. And let him know what's going on, what we need, what we expect, what the order of arrival was, so that there can't be manipulation.
I mean, it just sounds like I feel like a little kid, sitting here talking about who's in line first, but it really comes down to that. And I think, our best bet is actually just to stay on their tails, because if we're stopping their lies before they happen, or at least we can interrupt, then nobody's getting tickets.
Unless you get way ahead of them and you're clear ahead.
Right, or get totally clear ahead where we can just, They are very smart. They're very smart women, not to take that away from them, but they do, they push, they do whatever they can to get in.
They want to win it. They want to be the first all-female team to win the race. Do you guys want it more?
I know
we want it more.
We want it more.
And I think that we're capable of winning this race. I think, you never know. Charlotte and Mirna, they're smart. They could just steal a flight and, while we're sleeping, and we would never even know it, but I think that we're going to keep our guard up around them and hopefully, be able to do this.
All right. Good. Charlotte and Mirna are saying that along with you guys, Oswald and Danny, that you guys have a bit of a problem with Dustin and Candace. Is that correct?
Yeah, we want to get rid of Dustin and Candace if we can. We'd rather see the final three be us, Charlotte, Mirna, and Danny and Ozzy, just because we feel like the blondies are a little fake, on the fake side.
Really?
And they kind of rub everybody the wrong way.
So what about Charlotte and Mirna? Are they running a fair race?
Charlotte Mirna are using some things to their advantage that
They use Charlotte to their advantage.
Really?
Yeah, and I
That's
don't blame them because I probably would too.
I'm gonna just tuck my arms in my shirt and say I don't have any arms and see if people will help me. I don't know. What else can I do?
So you'd like to... That's funny.
It's such a secret.
It's really sick, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to carry my backpack. I use my teeth to carry it. Can we go to flight?
That's really bad.
I know.
Eric. It's really...
Really,
You know
really.
what? We're not... Apparently doing what we're doing isn't working. All we're doing is getting in line.
Obviously,
doing
being
the right
polite
thing.
and trying to do the right thing doesn't get you far. So maybe we have to
Waiting
be
in line
rude.
patiently and not, nagging the people at the desk and just saying, when you're ready for us, we'll be ready for you. It doesn't work because we just keep getting hosed.
Well, you guys have your work cut out for you because you're quite a bit behind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Unless you get to the next pit stop first, you got this penalty to deal with.
Yeah.
And the teams are pretty competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think you can come back and get into that
I
final
don't
three?
know.
It's all a matter of catch up in flights for us. I mean, we know that unless we get on the same flight, if we get on the same flight as everybody,
Then we
and
feel confident.
we're even with everybody, then we're not too worried about it. Then we're fine. But it's just, we can't play catch up when we're 3.5 hours behind. It's impossible.
Eric, you feel like you can get really competitive and stay in this right to the end, or do you feel like it's a lot of chance there and you just have to kind of just see what's going to
We
happen?
just had to suit up to the flights. I mean, I feel if we're on a level playing field with everybody, then we're fine and we can compete and we can beat people. But as it stands, like today, I mean, we knew from the airport there's nothing we could do. I mean, we still hustled through everything. We had a good time with the detour and the roadblock and stuff. They were a lot of fun and active.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew we weren't competing for any kind of place. We were just trying to hope that it wasn't non-elimination or something. We could stay alive. And that's,
You're still alive.
We're still alive.
Still in the race.
I know.
Still got a chance to win.
I know.
We do.
You going to win?
Yes, we want to win.
I don't know. I'm looking at you guys.
We
I'm just
want
wondering.
to win.
I really hope so. We're very bitter right now, just because it hasn't been anything that it hasn't been a race. It's been a luck with airplanes. So it's kind of frustrating for us right now because we've been on standby. We did, everything right, and it's just not working out for us.
So you love Hong Kong. It's good for you?
Some money now?
Gorgeous.
I really
we
don't
love
have a
this
dime.
city.
Phil,
You are team number
I got
one,
no
guys.
money. No money, Phil. I have nothing left. My last 20 to pay the bridge. For the tunnel.
What does it matter? You're here. You're team number
But
one.
We're here. We're happy.
$0.
We're here. We're queer. Thank you, Ferry.
You should have seen me doing a stunt driving with that.
Really?
Oh,
You didn't do the driving. You sat on the
felt like
back.
I did.
Masculine?
Whatever.
It was all good?
Not the way I was sitting.
You had to see how scared he was.
Oh, really?
That, scared looking he is all the time. Like the bungee jumping, remember that?
Yes, I do. And that's how scared he was?
Yeah.
Well, I
But it
thought
was-
we were going to flip completely.
We got lucky.
And we didn't.
Really?
We got lucky.
Did they tell you that? They told you you were going to go
They
right
thought
on?
we
Once you
may
were
go
sitting
right on
down
the
and
roof, but it went on
strapped
the
in.
side, so it was kind of cool.
Like the
Word
whole
was that,
strapped-in thing.
word was that, Danny, you were too heavy and it stopped the car. Yeah. Sorry.
Since I have to continue the race with him, I am not commenting. Actually, I should slap you for saying that.
Hit him.
How dare you?
Oh,
How
come
dare
on.
you
You know
call
you
me
look
heavy? Look
good.
at that
It's
little
taken,
waistline.
it's taken thousands and thousands of dollars to look that way.
Surgery.
All right, so you're very upset about being team number one, aren't you?
We're
I can see
horribly
that.
happy.
Okay,
Yes.
we had a last leg, where everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the leg kicked us in the ass.
We were so good this leg though.
So
we were reserved on both flights out, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By
We
4:30,
were last,
before 4:30, we were
last
already
team out of the pit stop.
signed up.
Are we boring you with these details? 'Cause you
No,
don't seem
I'm
entertained.
I
enjoying
like the
coming
gnome.
on here.
I want to take the gnome home, but I just don't have a place to
It's
carry
actually
it.
not anatomically correct. We need to do that. So anyway, so we were like the last. We were the last ones out. I felt like I'm elite running to the pit stop. But anyway,
He's your lucky numb.
my lucky numb.
So you're excited about coming back to Hong Kong. You
Totally
love it here?
excited. We
We
love
love
it.
it. This is where we totally got the
Hong
lucky
Kong
building.
made
We went
us
shopping.
who we are
We
today.
are
Made
Hong
Made you
Kong.
famous.
Infamous.
Infamous.
Yeah.